All right. So, we got a review on iTunes.
Did we?
Yeah, a new one, and it called us a bunch of bad names. And
Can we read it?
yeah, you guys are aware of this, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness gracious! Well, I'm probably gonna have to look it up because I know
I got it. You talk about your.
You
fired
ain't gonna
up
be able to
loins.
figure it out. Go ahead. And we're basically called, I believe the word is homophobes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw this the other day.
And I was thinking about this.
I think this was made before I joined, so... It's right here. It was on April 8th, so it's really not that long ago. Juvenile homophobia. That's the title. That's what this show is. Juvenile.
So
back,
are we,
I don't...
Do you want to read it? Do you want me to read it?
Read it.
Wait, hold, one quick second. Juvenile homophobia. Do we only... I was looking for clarification, Stephen, because I'd like to know if they're accusing us of only hating teenage gays. Is it juvenile homophobia? Like we're only homophobic of juveniles that are homos? Or is it a situation where they're saying that we're immature in our homophobia? That's an important distinction, okay?
Well, let's find out.
But looking back, have we ever really been homophobic, or do I just not understand what homophobic is? Or are they talking about the stuff of where me and Pete, or like we did, like, oh, I got to fire my pants because I love Jeremy DeWitt? No.
But this is in April, so technically I wasn't on the show.
But we say
Man,
that...
he is trying so hard to distance himself from this.
I do
Well,
not
you know,
want to
I
be...
just... I mean, I didn't talk... I didn't start talking about butt fucking Steve until after April 8th, so I'm just...
May 2nd.
Me thrusting Steven's cinnamon ring came way later. I don't... It's just not a thing.
Cinnamon ring.
So here's what I will say about Joel H. I will say that I appreciate you giving us a second chance. And I appreciate you being naive and ignorant enough to think that we were going to change. So good on you, Joel H.
And I'd just like to say, Joel, thanks for the review.
Yeah. Make sure you check us out. Check us out on Patreon, Joel. We'll send you a T-shirt.
I think what's been working really well for me is I actually have been reading a lot less stuff on Facebook, and
If you turn the mic towards you, and if Nate needs to say something, just turn it towards him.
okay. So
Oh, that's so much better.
is it better?
Yes.
It is better.
It makes a
Oh,
huge
really?
difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Just
we
lean
should
forward if you want to say something, Nate.
we should have got Nate a mic.
Oh, really?
We should have.
We should have got Nate a mic.
My balls itch.
Yeah, my balls itch.
My balls really itch.
He's just thrusting his balls forward to be itched.
Will somebody reach over there and itch those balls, please?
A little scratch.
Oh, we have to include the listeners on this. Travis said multiple times during when we were setting up that we should we get Nate a mic? And then I was busy doing something trying to get Jeremy's new music loaded in again, and he just waits. Gets no response for 20 seconds. Should we get Nate a mic?
Guys,
finally,
I got an
Travis,
idea. Steve,
can
shut
you
up. I
get
got
up
an
and get-
idea. Let's get Nate a mic.
Travis, if you're gonna get, I don't care, but you're gonna have to do it because I'm busy doing something else.
Nate has no mic.
And my
We
wife.
bought this board with 8 mic spots. We literally have never put more than 4 in.
No, we've had 5 because we've had Cody on before.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
The problem we run into is we need a 5th actual setup.
A nice mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
The other mics are junk.
an arm, not just a tripod stand.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I didn't do it.
No, it isn't.
It's weird. It's almost like, what if you had like some money that you could just pull from? To, like,
We actually bought one and it was the wrong mic.
Let's
That's my
talk
fault.
about-
It was a USB mic instead of an
Then you
XLR.
just gave up.
I guess we're done.
Well, that didn't work.
So let's talk about.
He critiqued himself a little bit the other day when him and I were together.
What?
I want to say Matt.
Oh, fuck me. I was so angry. So who was it?
Christopher.
Yeah, Lefevre.
Yeah.
I never say
Lefevre.
that.
Lefevre.
Lefevre.
Starts after the V.
Right.
Nothing else.
It's French COVID. It's Lefevre. So he does the ABF episode, talks about Pete going off at the end, and I mean, going off I think was a little bit harsh, but okay, Oliver, and I listened back to it and I was angry, and I was angry with ABF again, and I was like, I want to torch this motherfucker. So I bumped into Travis and I was like, man, I don't know what was worse, like your inability to read or my interrupting. And I was like, and as I noticed, the more I interrupted, the dumber you got. Like the more I interrupted Travis, like he was like just saying wrong words, like it was a fucking nightmare.
You boosted his anxiety, man.
Do you think that is it possible, Pete?
I don't understand
when
why
you interrupt people,
you had to know that was coming.
you break their chain of thought. Their train of thought.
What
Is
train?
that possible?
You're reading.
Do you know how much
you're
brain
reading
power
something.
it takes for him to read?
That's
He doesn't
neither here
have
nor
much
there.
excess left.
That's true. So what's on the actual show agenda today? I'm on vacation as of today.
Oh yeah?
I'm super excited.
Wow.
Yep.
Lucky.
Yep.
Wow. What are you gonna do?
Going to the Smoky Mountains
When?
tomorrow morning. Yeah, no, Cody crushed it with that logo. That's
It's
super
awesome.
Cool.
It's just awesome. And it's another example of what Cody has brought to this podcast that is probably going to disappear eventually. But
Wow. And realistically too, I mean, if he would have only gotten Nate a mic.
Hashtag. And that's MIKE.
M-I-K.
For all you people who think I'm a homophobe.
Yeah. Nate wants a mic or a Michael.
Magic Mike. And stuff.
this is going to shock you guys, but I have allowed women to stay in my house before as well. And
But only the ones that don't know about the cameras.
factual.
In the toilet bowl.
I had some very interesting experiences with that. You don't realize how nasty sometimes some people may live, or how clean some people are, right. and you know, sometimes it can create this like just weird situations.
Travis asked me about cameras for his house. He was looking for good streaming cameras, and I thought it meant like live stream. No, he meant urine stream. So I didn't recommend the right cameras for him, and
I need a camera that can really hold up to a good urine stream.
Yeah, they got ruined pretty quickly. So sorry about that, Trav.
Those weren't
Jeremy,
quite waterproof, Peter.
We haven't forgotten about you, Jeremy. We are going to circle back to Chicago to actually hear the story. So when we're ready, when these guys are done, when we can say or even dare cheat of these other stories, we'll get
I'm
back to
so
you. Bud.
glad Pete is so worried about taking care of people and hearing their stories, because otherwise,
I'm on vacation. Yeah. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
Vacation peacock.
You know that you are a piece of shit when that is your screensaver. Everybody else that I know, it's like a cute picture of their kid. Nope, it's me, peacock. So
I had to travel to Chicago with 5 chicks. That was hell and awesome at the same
Chi-town.
time. Because
the Windy City.
I swear all the girls, the teenagers were all on the periods. And they were moody as fuck.
Shark
Man,
Week.
why did they?
Nice.
Shouldn't they have been going to the tent?
The tent?
Yeah, the menstruation tent. That's how the Indians did it.
I think you've got to say Native Americans. Here comes another great review.
I am
Now we're bigots and homophobes.
You know, I'm so much in the 80s, I say things that are 80s politically correct. I'm such an 80s fan. What are you doing?
I just had a listener ask if your shirt was tucked in.
It is not. I'm going casual today. But I do have
you are
a collar.
buttoned way too tight. Way too tight. I'm in an undershirt. Like I'm wearing one of those shirts that's supposed to be under another shirt because I'm on vacation. But seriously, though, my balls do it. Lion.
Although I did get to see a gorilla, and it was pissing all over its food, which was fun. It was kind of funny. And there's a bunch of lettuce all over the ground. He's like up on this thing, and he's like pissing. And I'm like, yeah, he's pissing. And then he dukes right into his hand, little chunks of duke, and he reaches around and he eats it. And I'm like, you fucker! There's lettuce all over the ground. Like, why do you gotta eat your shit? But,
He likes 2-day-old lettuce.
Yeah, he likes to taste it again.
But how big were his balls?
Chunky. I tried to look for the balls, Steve. I could not see the gorilla balls. I did see some other monkey balls, though, and they're big and red and dangly.
Listeners, if you happen to be anywhere where you're near a gorilla, please take a picture of its testicles
I'd like to see him.
and send that to Steven.
Okay, at 216, it's gorilla balls. We won't make 300. So there's just not.
Notice how tiny they're. Well, bigger the gorilla, the tinier the balls.
Do a quick show recap. Pete's on vacation, scratch his balls. We want to look at gorilla testicles, and all the girls in Jeremy's house are bleeding from their vaginas.
Man,
We'll see you next time on the My Wife's Gonna Kill Me podcast.
Let me politically correct you. The Native Americans had it right.
This is the
Start
third
this
time.
shit. Go
He's
to the
trying
tent
get
with
back.
the other. You just guys can get in there and argue and bitch and cry and do whatever
Get in
you
there
gotta
and do
do.
your cave paintings.
I'm gonna go kill a bison. Is that right?
Yeah,
a bison.
sure.
Yeah.
And only because I want to see its balls.
Well, they use every part of the animal. No waste.
I will say that zoo is good for it's like
Didn't they use scrotums for water?
What-
Like
what?
they drink.
Drink from a
I think the
scrotum?
Native Americans, I think they used. Didn't they use like scrotums and fill them up with water and just drink out of them?
I could fill up my scrotum and you can drink from it.
I've always heard they used every part.
Let's test this now, please. Who is going to go get the water and who is going to use their scrotum?
Well,
There's the
Okay,
water.
Jeremy,
We
you
have to
turn
rip-
your back
no.
to the camera.
we have to
Okay.
use.
Do I have to
rip
use
the scrotum off. I mean, it's dead. You shot it. You're gonna use the scrotum.
I just Googled Native American scrotum flatware, and I'm not getting.
I don't know. All those children's stories my parents read to me aren't true.
They don't have those at Crate and Barrel?
Damn it.
I wish he had a mic.
I know.
If only
Somebody
somebody
should've got him
would
one.
have gotten him a mic.
I will say that the zoo is sort of like Target as far as moms go. It is kind of like
Hot
yeah,
moms.
like
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of hot moms. They were bitchy. Yeah, I
A
wouldn't
bunch of
want-
carrots.
Yeah, I
Probably belonged in the tent.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't wanted to hang out with them or nothing. But yeah, there's some good hot moms there, I guess. So none hotter than Laura. Love you, boo. Okay.
I was like, bitch.
I was like,
I had big plans too. I was gonna tease the shit out of Nate because Nate asked if you guys were coming in that chat, and then I was like, Nate, don't invite them to my
As soon
house.
as I pulled up, I saw that. Did I do something wrong?
And I was gonna run with that. I was gonna be like, Nate, the podcast is fake. What the fuck? We're not really friends.
we don't really hang out.
And then he walks into the backyard, and Travis is standing there eating bacon, just hanging brain by the pool. Hey,
Hanging brain.
Eating bacon and hanging brain.
I went over there the other day because I invited myself over to swim in the pool, And he's walking around in his bathing suit, and I'm waiting for him to get in the pool, and he looks at me, takes off his bathing suit, jumps into the pool, gets out of the pool, towels off, puts his bathing suit on. So I had to ask. Yeah, I hate walking around in a wet bathing suit. I'm like, motherfucker. Then why wear a bathing suit at all? You just like the mesh underwear? You like the feel on your tip? Is that what's going on here?
Now, this is a funny thing because those of you who haven't been to Travis's house, which there's only
And
a
weight
few,
loss has been good to his penis.
There's always been.
It's the only reason why I've been thinking about doing it.
I want to see that guy again.
There was visible shaft.
I miss him. He'd probably stink less, too.
When we first met, it was an acorn on a fucking pew pile. There's a shaft there now.
It's like the egg in the Easter grass.
Travis's neighbors live on a hill. They're like next to his house, but they're at a higher elevation. Travis put up a 6-foot fence, but they're above the 6-foot fence. So when Travis is just walking around in his yard,
Swinging
now he's
down.
got a pool, he's got a fence up, and he's like, oh, geez, I can just walk my cock out now. The whole neighbors, they having friends, are out on their back deck, and they're like, oh, who's the naked guy swimming in his pool? Accurate, right?
No.
Well,
Pretty accurate.
Trev and I talked about that the other day, and he's like, "Hey, he'll look once, and then he'll learn to keep his eyes on his own property." So
They can't see me.
I think that you're one of those people that you think if you can't see them, they can't see you.
you're a little kid that just closes his eyes and thinks he disappears.
That's true.
I'm invisible.
And it's funny too because that's how you always know he's going to the bathroom because he's crouched behind the recliner. Oh, Travis, are you making a stinky?
Those are the red balls.
Those are interesting.
Those are the red balls. There
Those
you
balls
go.
are red.
Yep.
Is that a monkey?
I think it was a macaque.
What the hell's a macaque?
It's a type of monkey.
Wow.
I'm not sure you're saying that right, Travis.
That's my favorite animal now.
Right. It's like my favorite animal, macaque.
I mean, see? Macaque. That's what they're called.
Macaque. I'm going to have to study their breeding habits.
Oh, Steve.
Oh, about the vape shop.
Yeah, the vape shop is, done.
Yeah.
Pete, how do you feel about that?
I mean, it bums me out, but it was time. It was the right thing to do. So Cody's moved on to greener pastures. I'm super proud of him. He's actually moving on to his field, doing computer stuff that I don't understand, so I will not try to explain it. Mm-hmm. And if only Nate would have gotten him a mic, he could explain it himself. But between state regulations and COVID and a nationwide competitor moved in down the block, and Cody again moving on to greener pastures, it was the kind of the perfect storm. It was the right thing to do. So we took her off life support, and now we're all fighting over her grandfather clock because that's what you do when people die.
Yeah.
So
At least he's
Unless you
showing
love
up
him.
here still. For now.
ish.
For now. Fingers crossed.
He's part of our team.
I know,
He's part of our family.
Maybe he won't leave if we actually act like he's one of us. Cody says we haven't paid him in 3 months.
So
That again was Travis. Hey, maybe we should we pay Cody?
Hey, somebody should give Cody some
Somebody
money.
should pay Cody. I'm standing right next to him right now, and I'm telling you.
I've got the
He
money
says
in
he
my
hasn't gotten
hand,
paid yet,
but-
so you guys, what do you think, Steve? You're in, 20
Somebody wanna
miles
look into that
away.
and let me know.
That is a funny joke, but you do have the money, so it's not like I can pay him.
Oh, really? You have?
Well, because you never would, so I had to.
I saw Cody today. Paid it. Can you PayPal me the money? Yes, done. It's happened.
Make it happen.
I've even.
Send him money right now.
You know what I did to make sure that Cody always got paid? I made him pay himself. One of his managerial duties was payroll.
Just give him the PayPal account
He'd call me like,
information.
hey Pete, I didn't get paid. Well, fucking talk to your boss, man.
Because of the toy
Thomas,
stuff.
he was kidding. He's been paid.
So Matt
Tomas jumps in. He's upset.
He's like, pay that man. We're talking about a lot of stuff, and in my wife is going to kill me world, that means none of it's going to happen.
See previous Mike debacle.
So you guys want to start a new business?
Nobody's itched my balls yet.
We need to.
Collection protection.
Yeah. Somebody should start a new business. We should do that. Hey, Pete, you should sell dice. You're right, I should.
I think you should sell magic cards.
That's what they're doing next door. Motherfucker. That's fine. Fucking Trav can laugh all he wants. Possession's 9/10 of the law, and I've got all of his shit here to sell, so. Speaking of that, will you please not let me forget to take a perp lore and then ask one of you guys to ship it out while I'm on vacation to Christopher?
Nate, you're up.
Hey, Nate.
I'm not doing shit.
Hey Nate, your mic is at the post office. Can you bring this to the post office and pick up your mic?
Would you guys ever wear cowboy boots? This guy.
No, I can't.
This guy that took.
Well,
Honestly, I can't.
How come, Steve?
Okay,
he
I went to Fort Worth, Texas, a long time ago. Now, I'm not I wasn't as the obese monster that I am now.
You were just a monster.
I was just a monster. And Fort Worth, Texas, like everybody's wearing cowboy boots, and I kind of got wrapped up in it.
What were you wearing?
Shoes, just sneakers.
Like your New Balances or what?
No, this is 10 years ago. I was probably wearing some, I don't know, Nikes or something. I have no idea. But wearing regular shoes. Walking around. I'm like, you know what? I feel like I kind of want to be a cowboy. Because everybody wears freaking, I mean, it's a big deal. Everybody's walking around in cowboy boots. And I was like, I got to get some cowboy boots. I'm going to be here for another 3 days.
We got a clip. I kind of want to be a cowboy.
We're going to need to add some Luke Combs into our intro music.
keep that in mind. We gotta jot that down. So
I got my
when
new
we switch out the
boots covered
intro.
in red dirt. I don't mess with Texas T-shirt.
I kind of want to be a cowboy.
We went
I want
down.
to be a cowboy.
We went downtown and we went to bars and there was guys playing cowboy music and we went to
Like Kid
rodeo.
Rock?
No, just no-name guys that were trying, and I bought CDs. I'm like, I'm getting. Yeah, that guy's amazing. That guy's gonna be a star, and I'm getting his CD. So I went there and I paid $13 for his CD. I don't know where that CD is now. But it was cool. We went to a rodeo. It was really awesome. I watched some roping and some things. These hot chicks and these pants. I like the way cowboy girls wear their pants real tight.
Cowboy girls.
Cowboy girls. Woo, man. He loves the way cowboys wear their pants.
Cowboy girls
butts drive him nuts.
real tight in the crotch, and it really makes it. I always like, I always look at crotches on girls because it's just.
The girls that hang out at rodeos are called buckle bunnies, by the way.
Are they? Well, let's see.
Yeah.
I would have known that.
Groupies for rodeo people.
And I was like, you know what? I told Courtney, I said, I'm getting some cowboy boots. And Fort Worth, Texas is the place to get some
Courtney
cowboy boots.
laughed in your fucking
They're-
face.
No, she was down with it. She's like, oh, that sounds like fun. Let's get cowboy boots.
She's like, you want to spend money? Let's do it.
So I went
Like
to.
any woman.
So, as you might guess, there's a lot of opportunities for cowboy boots in Fort Worth, Texas. And I went into some of the.
Why did you go to Fort Worth in the first place?
Courtney's dad, lawyer, it was a lot younger.
His name's Lawyer?
No, he is a lawyer.
Courtney's dad, Lawyer. Lawyer.
He had a conference for.
Lawyer and Joan, my in-laws.
He had a conference in Fort Worth, Texas. And he thought it would be fun to just take the whole family, so he flew us out. We all flew out to Fort Worth, Texas. He did the conference. And
So
then at night,
lawyer flew you guys all out.
flew us out.
He calls him Your Honor.
Jesus.
How you doing, Your Honor? And Lawyer keeps explaining to him, I'm not a judge, Stephen. My name's Lawyer, and my name's not Judge. You have to call me Your Honor.
after he got done with his conference, we would go checking out Fort Worth, Texas, checking out the steers and queers.
That's homophobic.
Oh shit! No, it's not a homophobic. It's a line from a beloved movie.
A beloved movie about
Yeah,
a
Full Metal
terrible war and
Jacket.
suicide. Yep, beloved. 7.62 millimeter.
That guy later became Kingpin.
Your days of finger banging Mary Jane Rottencrotch.
So we go
Family,
into the
family
store.
loves it. My 6-year-old
God,
loves that.
Jesus Christ. We go into this store, and I'm telling you, there's more cowboy boots than you have ever seen in your life. Shelves upon shelves of cowboy boots. And I'm like, I'm going to get some cowboy boots. So this person comes over, this cute little girl, she's wearing cowboy boots, got the tight pants on. And she's like, how you doing there, mister? Can I get you cowboy boots? You want to get some cowboy boots? And I'm like, yeah, what size you wear? I wear about 10. Well, they're going to have to probably go with 11. Let me get you some. So she says, she gets mine. I'm
That
trying
was
to
the
pull
nicest cowboy girl I'd ever met.
So I'm trying to pull on these cowboy boots. But okay, I have an ankle and then I have calves. And
No, you don't.
there's no way these cowboy boots won't go over my calves.
They don't make glides?
I can no, I'm getting there.
Okay.
He needs talls. The thickness of his feet is like that fucking sandwich from earlier, man.
So, and this is a lot skinnier me. This isn't me now, but I have always had giant calves. I just do.
And then he saw giant calves. My calves were so giant in Fort Worth, Texas, cowboys were trying to rope them.
So
That was funny.
that was good.
I'm the first to admit that
I
was
have
gold.
to give you that one. So I'm like trying to pull it up. She's like, "Oh, I don't think those boots are gonna work." She goes, "But don't worry, we got all kinds of boots here, all kinds of sizes. So let me just go in the back, and I get the ones with the bigger calves for the bigger guys. I'll be right back." So she comes back and she's like, "These are gonna work. Just put these on." And I'm like, "Nope, they ain't gonna work." Oh well, Well, let me go in the back, and she come back out with like 50. I tried on like 65 pairs of boots. There was no boots that I could wear to put on in Fort Worth, Texas. So my dream of being a cowboy was done. I didn't make it. I never got to be a cowboy.
They don't make like low top ones that avoid your calf area?
Apparently not. That'll avoid my calf area.
Cody, would you come in here and get on mic for a second? You're impartial. I want an impartial person to comment on this.
On Steve's big ass feet.
That was super impartial.
Not actually his feet, but his calves. I would like someone to come in and
I don't
describe
wanna
them.
show.
Cody's like,
I just want him to look at. I mean, it's just Cody gonna look at
I'm
him.
very subconscious. I'm
Cody
subconscious.
gonna look at your naked legs.
we should take some photos and do a little competition,
Yeah.
and it'll be
Who can
is-
identify whose calves?
No, it'll be is it Steve's calf or Cody's waist? Be a great little. Let's do a giveaway if you guess it right.
We need Vacation Pete more often. And we need more stories about Steven's vacations.
Holy shit. That's the perfect
Son of a
combination.
bitch.
Well, the moral of the story is for cowboy boots, it was Fort Worthless.
Oh, fuck.
It was.
Rim shot.
Rim shot.
Was
What's
there?
the big fat guy in the back there?
In the back, that's Zangief.
Is that Zane?
God or
from,
something like that.
Street Fighter 2.
Okay. His thighs look like Steven's calves.
That could be it.
Am I wrong?
His
Look at those
thighs
fucking
Not
things.
nice. No, my calves are bigger than my thighs, like it should be. My thighs are bigger than my calves. Sorry.
No, you were right the first time. You were right.
Steve, you shouldn't be no one should ever feel bad about how big their calves are. Your calves look like the Hulks.
I don't.
Fucking Christmas hams, baby.
That's all the fucking toy news I have.
Would a cowboy girl be gender fluid?
No. She's a girl version of a cowboy.
Cowboy girl.
He calls the woman that delivers mail. It's a mailman woman. Excuse me. Hey, Liz, has the mailman woman been by this morning? Will you let me know when she gets here? I got 2 outgoing for her. So thank you.
Can you imagine as Steve keeps getting older and he crosses over into old man Kyle
Oh
land,
my God.
where he literally complains about everything?
He'll be the guy at the store. Like, women just won't be real anymore. Fake. You're not a real person. I don't believe you.
He's going to be the guy calling 911 saying, "A woman just delivered my mail." And they're going to be like, "Okay." And he's going to be like, "That's a mailman's job."
Okay, first and foremost, nobody. Here's the deal.
Call it mail for a reason.
Exactly. Totally stole my thunder. Good call.
sorry.
You're all right.
I don't get many chances.
It was all right.
Who knows? But so I'm not looking at that and going, "Oh, this is the Teela show." Now, if they make Teela, if they overpower her and make her too like they did with Sabine and frickin' Rebels, then yeah, I'm gonna hate her.
Nate, switching over to Rebels, you told me you really enjoyed it. Do you feel the same way about Sabine as Steven?
Not at all. Love Sabine.
Why? She never even takes a hit. She's perfect. You'll see all the other characters having difficulty with stuff, but Sabine will be like, we'll just rewire this. Oh, I'll come up with a plan. Oh, I'll jump 300 feet in the air. I'll do a triple flip in the air like a Jedi. Oh, I'll shoot that, and I'll never. While everybody else is taking shots, I don't need it. I hate her. I hate her so much. You're making me mad.
Trev's the kind of guy that pulls over and sees a car in the ditch, and instead of helping, just sets it on fire. You guys okay? You need help? Okay, and just fucking gasoline.
I am only into the second season of Rebels, and I love Sabine so
Yeah,
far.
well, it's too late because I hated her by the 3rd episode.
So, Steve, are you
Good
saying
chance.
that her look bothers you?
Oh yeah, but not for the reasons of that. I just want her to look like Filmation Teela.
Gotcha. So she's different than what you want her to look like.
Yeah, if I prefer, I would like the characters to look pretty close to the same, like they do in what we saw. You know, the trailer in the teaser. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Oh, so she is wearing a different outfit.
Yeah, it
in
seems
that
like
picture.
there's going to be...
Wait a minute. Holy shit. Are you telling me on Eternia they're going to start changing their clothes?
I don't like it. I'm against that shit. How many times have I seen every episode they don't change? We couldn't even get Battle Armor He-Man, and that was an actual toy. And now they're going to start changing clothes? This is bullshit.
And the last thing I brought is they've re-released some old real Ghostbusters figures.
So I bought those. I got the first ones.
And
I collect everything they could collect Motu.
Yeah.
They re-released it, so I bought it again.
I got the Fearsome Flush, which is the toilet ghost, and Bug Eye Ghost, which is one of my damn favorites with the big pop-out eyeball that comes out of his nugget. So.
I think there's a lot of people that would enjoy that toilet ghost. You sit on the toilet and something comes up, starts licking you with your little tongue. Wouldn't be too bad.
I hate to say it, but I agree.
These were thanks to Rodney Clark. He sent these to me. So.
What would they be licking?
Depends on who's sitting there.
Well, Steve, as we know, has a lot of taint to lick.
They'd be licking your
Yeah.
Romulus or whatever the hell that is.
Steve, if the ghost came up, what would you want it to lick?
I would want it to. I don't want anything's mouth down
His
there.
ego. Can you come up and lick my ego? That's his most sensitive part. All of his nerve endings are tucked into his ego. He's like a 330-pound clit. You gotta go home.
Why you get a little chubby after thinking of a 330-pound
And
clip?
I'm in gym shorts. You know what I mean? Can't hide it in gym shorts.
I will admit, Pete's having a good show. It's kind of fun. It's been a while since Pete's had a good show. So it's welcome home.
Welcome back.
I think it just blacked out for a second.
And I will apologize if I was wrong on the weight. I don't like to be offensive to people's body types.
He called you fat, remember?
What?
He called you fat.
Oh yeah, but I don't have to stoop to his level. I do all of this with fucking grace. You know what I mean?
Grace. That's the word. I don't think I've ever seen you do anything with grace.
You should meet her. She's a nice gal.
Oh,
Oh,
all right. That's all I had. Yeah.
sweet.
We're done?
No.
We're not.
Cody from the other room. Damn it.